the feeling of having control of your life, right? It kind of gives you, when you trade in a prop account, it's going to give you back the control. You are the responsible of making it happen and making the money at the end of the month.
That's it. That's it exactly. Because, like I said, this is something. If I can learn that skill set, of creating the mindset, learn that skill, it's something that someone can't take away from you, right? It's once you have it, you have it. It's yours. You can do it till you're 70s or 80s or 90s, whatever. And that's kind of what it feels. Yeah, like real freedom, as opposed to working for someone and having that boss tell you if you're good enough to get a raise this year, you know.
Welcome everybody to another funded trader of TradethePool. Today Tash is with me, a new funded trader of the $25,000 of buying power, the Flex account. Thanks for coming, Tash.
Thanks for having me.
For sure. So Tash, you've been with us for a while. You know, I always go through the accounts and your journey before I interview. And I did see you tried a few attempts before passing the evaluation, right?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, there was a learning curve for me, definitely. It was challenging getting used to the system and the rules and everything. But I started getting the hang of it, and then there was a part where I was starting to feel more confident, and then I'd make a mistake again, and it took a little while. And then finally, I think I started making the turning point when I started becoming more relaxed and calming myself, because a lot of it was the psychology. Just that, you know, I was out of the gate. I just wanted to go and make the money and all that. But once I sort of relaxed into it and sort of appreciated the little wins and tried to manage the risk, of course, you know, instead of trying to go all in all the time. That's when I started, you know, seeing more success, consistent. So full time, I started last year when I lost my job. I got laid off after like 21 years at a company. So I didn't want to get back into the unemployment line. It's really hard out there. But I kind of always, I've been exposed to trading in the sense that I know people that have done it. I have close friends that have been doing it. So I wanted to start something for myself back in April when I got laid off. So that's when I sort of started. And then a friend of mine told me about TradethePool and the firm approach, which I thought was a great idea because it sort of had a lot in me from the small accounts I was using. Because I didn't want to risk too much, obviously, because I had no job and the situation I was in, I wanted to be more careful. And so, yeah, so September is when I started with TradethePool, and that's when, yeah, I mean, because I hope I'm not rambling. I don't know if I'm going off on a tangent here, but like when I was trading back last summer, I was mostly long biased, and shorting was very difficult. Like the brokerage I was with, having to locate, and the timing was always not very good. And by the time I found something that was worth shorting, the locate fees were astronomical, especially for the small size I was doing. Since starting with TradethePool, I've been doing mostly shorting, but so yeah, it took a little while for me to figure it out, to get on. And it's a continuous learning thing anyway. Like I tried a few things just to keep myself grounded and calm and relaxed, because, you know, I'll make better decisions.
You know, the feeling, especially after you laying off, the feeling of having control of your life, right? It kind of gives you, when you trade in a prop account, it's going to give you back the control. You are the responsible of making it happen and making the money at the end of the month.
That's it. That's it exactly. Because, like I said, this is something, if I can learn that skill set of creating the mindset, learn that skill, it's something that someone can't take away from you, right? It's once you have it, you have it. It's yours. And you know, as long as I don't get dementia or go blind, I mean, you can do it till you're 70s or 80s or 90s, whatever. And that's kind of what it feels. Yeah, like, you know, it's like real freedom as opposed to working for someone and having that boss tell you if you're good enough to get a raise this year, you know. It was always there in the back of my head. And so when my wife was worried when I got laid off, she was scared, I'll tell you. But I was like, okay, this is an opportunity. Yeah, this was the chance for me to put my money where my mouth is, I guess, and see if I can do it. So yeah, I'm excited.
That's amazing and very inspiring as well. And this is something that, at least in my life, I saw many, many times happening. You know, when you have a crisis, this is actually a big opportunity to find that next level thing. And it's kind of hard, of course, especially as you mentioned, laying off, for example. You had a stage where you're scared, as you mentioned, your wife and everything. It's kind of hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you focus on that, you will understand that this is a great opportunity for you to grow from and not just crumble.
Yes,
Amazing. Alrighty, I'll share my screen and gonna show the guys at home your dashboard and how it looks like. So for those of you not familiar, every trader gets his own dashboard. The dashboard will show you your stats, the risk parameters, and you can really understand your progress and look at your equity curve. You can also check your achievements and payouts and customize your view, switch between light mode and dark mode. This evaluation that you did pass the Flex 25K, you needed to reach a 6% target, then not losing more than 1,000. Daily pause of 500. Your trading curve is kind of strong, very strong actually. And let's talk about this elephant in the room. I mean, 76% success rate. That's kind of high. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to say it's low. I'm like, I wish it was better, right? It's a bit like scalping. I feel like that sort of is an underestimate of where I could be, because even with that 76%, I felt I left a lot on the table a lot of the time. Like, I mean, as far as the risk reward part goes, right? Like, I feel like I took too early some of my profits. So even with that success rate, I feel like that risk rewards have been a lot higher. But I was trying to take my wins when they were there, quite often, like with some of the really volatile stocks that I had. Sometimes it was a matter of just getting over that dime, to be quite honest, taking the little wins and appreciating those little wins, because they added up. As long as they kept the losses small, which was the real key.
You know, I'm looking at that trade, for example, SNDK, right? 5 shares. Even if you leave one share on the table, or maybe out of 10, leave 3 shares, right? Just to let it run a little bit more, that first of all will obviously give you more profit, but also will teach your brain that it's okay to continue to hold it just a little bit more. And that should give you it will reduce the success rate by a few points, but it will dramatically increase the risk reward ratio and should be more profitable at the end of the road. 178 trades, and you started it January 29th. So we're talking about roughly 17 days. That's a lot of trades for like 17 days, even less than that, right?
I know I got to get more patience on the win, but one of the things I started doing a little differently that I thought helped me was waiting for my entries. Like, I started waiting later, like making a rule to try to start after 10 or after 11 o'clock. 12. The longer, the better. I remember, earlier on when I was short, I was just getting in too soon, too early, and it was painful.
And I do love the fact that you have your losses kept. You know, you don't have big losses. And looking at the trades, maybe just one or two that actually not even $76 down, and your best one was actually 170. So in that case, you're good on the risk reward side.
That was a learning curve too, I'll tell you, because like mentally, it's painful to watch. Even $50, they start like, oh, what's going on here, right? So like getting to a point and just realizing, okay, just cutting my losses quickly, that a lot to sort of really rein in and control and just know, okay, there's another opportunity coming. Because you're right, I was doing a lot of trading, so I was like, I was getting more used to the, okay, another one will come, another one will come, that mindset. So it helped me definitely realize, okay, if it's getting into an area of loss that's like I'm not comfortable with, just get out. So it's still a fight, but it's like it's a learning, a practice, a constant practice. So I got better at that, and hopefully I'll continue to get better and better and better at that.
Yeah, this is definitely a great point. Just getting used to the loss, cutting it fast, and you did it wonderfully. And yeah, and the understanding you do get, you have a great approach because it's an understanding of consistently working and crafting your skill, basically, right? Yesterday it was the all-star games, and you see the guys there, they're always working to craft their basketball game. So in that case, it's definitely a similar field, a similar sector. So speaking maybe about that, and we will finish here with that. How do you plan to grow? To grow as a trader, how do you plan to craft your strategies or your trading skills?
Well, I want to gradually scale up. Right now it's still, small numbers. So I feel, especially the thing I mentioned with letting my waders run a little longer, but it's such a small incremental thing because I am trading with such small size. I know it's going to take a while, so I basically want to build that account. That's why I like with the trade the pool, the ability to I think like scale up your risk gradually kind of thing and build your account so that your percentages can grow. Yeah. I know I'm not like even close to reaching my percentages as far as like the risk because I'm trading with such small amount, but I have time on my side. So like I'm not desperate or anything. So I'm like, I got some time to be able to gradually grow this account. And so that's my plan, is to take that time, because even though I've gotten funded, I know I have a long road to improve, and it's the continuous improvement. So the idea for me is to very gradually scale up, build like that growth, grow more and more consistent, improve those ratios. Something I want to be able to do in my retirement, that really master that skill. But yeah, just being consistent, basically. Yeah, steady growth. That's my plan.
That's great to hear, and definitely growing the account and growing the size. It always takes time to just seeing the numbers increase. And all of a sudden, you see a loss of $300, and it feels huge.
Right. I mean, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to start with that side of the account, because for me, like I know even though the percentages are the same, when I see these big numbers, $2,000, $3,000 loss. Oh my God, I don't want to deal with that. Right? So I'm good to train my brain to go from a $30 loss to 40 to 50 like that, and then to where those $300 losses don't feel like the end of the world.
Great tips, Tash. Thanks for coming. I'm sure the guys that just heard it will love it as well and learn from it too. And for those of you guys that want to check us out, go to tradethepool.com. Thanks for coming again, Tash. Hope to see you again, maybe on the payout side.
Thanks for everything. You guys are great, by the way.
Alrighty. Take care, guys. See you on the next video.